YouTube. Centex Collector here. The room tour for 2024. Just a quick pan around. Haven't done one in a few years. We walk in. Here's the Pittsburgh corner. Some starting lineups. Some McFarland. More Pittsburgh stuff. And then we take a look at the retro gaming section, then the modern next to it. Totally rebuilt this room because we had flood issue late 2022, some 2023, basically rebuilt. So we got TurboGrafx 16, Television 2, Atari 2600, Sega Master System with the EverDrive cart. TurboGrafx 16's got the EverDrive cart. Yeah, 3DO. And then a Genesis, Sega CD, and 32X with the EverDrive cart. And this, I can basically choose which system I want through AV. And at the top, choose which system, have them all labeled by power, so that way you don't have constant power draining. So I'm gonna go when you flip it on, Jaguar, Sega Saturn. Saturn, I actually put a GD-ROM in there, so there's SD card. It's got the library in there. We've got the Neo Geo CD, Sega Dreamcast, I need to do a GD-ROM on. Inbox, PS1, that's the box of my Saturn. And then we go down to basically our Nintendo systems. We got a PS2 at the bottom, which I have hacked with the hard drive in there, and 64 with the EverDrive cart. Super Nintendo with EverDrive cart. Got the Nintendo Wii with the hard drive hacked. And we have the GameCube. This also has the CD-ROM replaced with the SD card. And then we have the Nintendo Mini or Slim, whatever you want to call it, the EverDrive. And the same thing here. Have the buttons for Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, and GameCube for AV. And then over here, this is for the component. So for PS2 and Wii. And then this and those three boxes all feed into here. So these are manual switchers. And that's an auto switcher. And then I have another one here for the rest of the systems. Again, you turn the power on, and that's when it draws power. So right now I have the Nintendo going. So we got G.I. Joe on here. And then here, all my modern systems. So we got Xbox One X, which I recently purchased so I could play Cyberpunk with the expansion DLC, Phantom Liberty. There's a Wii U, hacked, hard drive attached. And an Xbox 360. I need to get that hacked. I don't know what happened to hack my old one. We got PS4, PS3, jailbroken, and original OG Xbox soft modded with an internal upgraded hard drive, a bunch of stuff on there. And then here we have HDMI switchers. I got one there and one there. And then there's our power source for all the modern stuff. And then I have a mini PC running Core Type R. This thing is great. So you've got various arcades. And I have, what else do I have on here? You got comic books, you got computer stuff, consoles, handhelds, pinball. So if you've heard of like Launchbox or Bat-Tessera or others, this would be the equivalent to that. I think I tried something else before this, I can't remember, but this thing is great. If we go to consoles, you can see we got a bunch of stuff on here. So yeah, definitely check it out. Core Type R. And I have all that running with a 360 controller. So there's the mini PC with the external drive. So that's the modern and retro gaming setup. TVs mounted myself. And then the shelves came from Target. And then this one, I just screwed them together, these two. So that way I got more stability. And then we have my game collection, which I've reduced a lot. If you've seen any of my videos from prior years, I've been reducing the collection. Now I'm going more digital. Here's some G.I. Joe stuff. This is all PS2 what I have left. And then we got Dreamcast and some Saturn stuff, and PS3 and PS4 and Genesis 32X. I sold off a lot of my Genesis and Sega Master System, PSP, PS Vita, and some Atari Jaguar. This one's sealed. I think this one's sealed too. That one's sealed. But Wata doesn't grade those yet, so I've just been checking back. Here's some DVDs and Blu-ray. Of course, you can see retro stuff, Thundercats, He-Man, G.I. Joe. And I definitely recommend an air purifier, especially if you live somewhere south like I do in Texas where it's dusty. This one's kind of small. I probably need to get a better one from up here. I have a Shark downstairs that works really well. Then we start getting action figure stuff. Got Doom Slayer from McFarlane. That is a Doom 2 PC box. And then I got Grifter, some Black Series. I'm not a big Black Series collector, but Doom poster I am. Fan of Doom, Duke Nukem, and Wolfenstein. So I grew up on and got me more into PC gaming, but consoles definitely was Nintendo. So here we got my Xbox original. Definitely love the original Xbox. I was always an Xbox person, just like I was Nintendo versus Genesis or Sega. Here's my 360 stuff. And then got a break here of all PS1 and European, because I love Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. The stuff that I'm keeping. So as I sell stuff off, that's some of the stuff I won't sell, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, more 360. And we got Xbox One /X. I went nuts over the last few years on the Xbox One stuff. And then we get into the action figures. So Street Fighter, got some Jada in there, like the Ryu and Fei Long. And then you got some Soto figures. Hopefully I can replace the Soto stuff with Vegeta as it comes along. And Brave Star, if you saw my review. I got some Mezco, not much because those things again are expensive. I thought I was going to blend in with G.I. Joe Classified, but not really. Then the box art just super cool on these. That's why I kept those hanging around. And the bikes I had to move because you'll see the G.I. Joe just got way filled up. I almost wish I would have kept my bigger shelf. I bought this shelf, or maybe I may have to get a second one of these shelves, but I like this shelf because it's sturdy and you can't see all the slits like on my old shelf. You can see them, like those slits back there, you don't see up front because they put this like covering, and I've been debating on putting like a black cardboard on the back or something. Now eventually I want to buy some more diorama type stuff. And into what we got down here. So I've got all the Joes down here. I've put up all my 3 3/4 vintage and ARA figures because I'm moving in a few months. So after the flooding issue, didn't affect this room, but I had to move everything around in here. So maybe when I move, I'll put back, if you look at my old videos, I sold off some of my 3 3/4 and ARA stuff, like pretty much just trying to do like 82 to 91 for ARA and then modern. So here's the Ninja shelf. I need to paint that. You saw my review, came from Ross, a little dial piece, so need to paint that. But you can see I got some articulated icons mixed in there, some Marvel Legends, and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. And we get into our Cobra shelf. I just like the way those Star Wars Black Series look back there. Cobra Commander couldn't sit down because of his cape, so that's why I got Destro on the throne. But kind of like my little army builder type shelf with the troops. And then the figures behind Storm Shadow. There's like some imports I got off 5K Toys. Pretty cool. They kind of blend in with Classified, so I kept them in there for being, like cloth figures. And then more Cobra. So we got our Dreadnoks over here. Got Deadshot mixed in there. Got some Hydras. I felt like they kind of meshed well with Cobra Forces. My Python Patrol. Got the Crimson Twins with the Crimson Guard. And then looks like my custom Desert Scorpion fell over. That's a custom Desert Scorpion. Custom Hydra Viper I did not make. And then the bats. And then that McFarlane Warhammer figure. The blue one. And then the guy behind the Crimson Guard. I felt like they fit really well. Blue guy probably could use some paint. And I got the Wakanda plane up here. Eventually I need to paint that. And we got Action Force, Valaverse, Mindbender, Serpentor. I felt like the pit just kind of fit in as one of Mindbender's crazy things. And then this poster, got online, just blew it up and had, not FedEx, I forget what company. And then that is a custom hardball again. I didn't make it, I bought it. Mr. T was my kit bash. But that's the Classified so far. Now if we come over here, at Castle Grayskull, some sports stuff. And we got the Rashikage bike, Baroness's bike, the Bat Cycle I need to customize, this Ninja Turtle van I want to customize. Anybody knows some tires, I can replace these, because even if I paint, I don't need like sewer cap tires. You can't take those sewer cap hubcaps off. Here's the handhelds, Neo Geo Pocket, PSP, remember this, old school Classified, the Tiger. Castlevania is one of my favorite games as well, series. Got the Game Boys, another PSP, Game Boy Advance, old school Game Boy original, box color. And then we got a Gamecom, most probably even know of. And then when they release these classics, these are all hacked. And there's the box set 2600. Then we got the PS Vita tacked, the links, Game Gear, some boxed Atari 2600. I think those are all sealed, so I kept them so far. And then my long box games, 3DO, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, PS1, and Neo Geo, which are super hard to come by, Neo Geo games. And I got boxed original Xbox, boxed N64. And then this, basically, this was my way to controllers. So all the systems, so this is all Nintendo controllers. These are Sega controllers. I think these are all pretty much like Xbox, Microsoft controllers. And then PlayStation controllers. So I thought that was a cool little shelf I got off of Target. And it was a good way to easily, come over here, got all my controllers bagged. So it was a quick and easy way to handle controllers. And then our last game shelf here, bought this a couple years ago. Not crazy, valuable. I just got an itch and bought it off eBay. Scarface. Got Scarface over here. Bad Dudes was one of the first Nintendo games I ever owned, and this arcade thing does work. And here's all my Nintendo games. So these are boxed. And then carts. Because Nintendo is my favorite system. That's another reason I've been downsizing the rest of the collection. I've been debating on going after a full NES set, but I think it's like $700-800. And N64, DS, Super Nintendo, Switch, Wii, and Wii U. So maybe I'll do something. Maybe I could do one of these shows for 3 3/4. If not, I'll do something else. Closet with all my leftover boxes and stuff. And then my work computer, because I work from home, so I work up in here to be in retro heaven. But yeah, guys, my little humble abode, man cave. Wish I could play games more often. Now I got the Nintendo fired up, I'm gonna have to jump on there. Yeah, I got my little couch, futon. Must have been debating on buying 2 chairs, but I just kept this in here for now. Like I said, I don't know when we move in a couple months what the next place is gonna look like as far as how my man cave. But yeah, and I have a lot more stuff still in boxes, some inbox stuff, MOC, that I just haven't put back out yet. But yeah, guys, that's the man cave tour for 2024. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.